Comp players versus casual players. Who matters the most in NBA 2K? Real interesting topic because I think you can kind of split this down the middle on who's more important, casual players or comp players. Because casual players are the majority of the game, but not the standard of the game. I think casuals like myself, I think we make up most of the player base like we talked about before. We keep the servers of PlayStation and Xbox and PC. We keep them alive. We keep the servers alive. We keep the game populated. Every time you turn on a game, when it comes to 2K, you're always going to see people playing. Always. There's been times in GTA, I played GTA, and it ain't been nobody in the damn lobby. You know, you just got to switch lobbies until you find that public lobby that's, you know, kind of maxed out or got what you're looking for. But there's been times in different games that there really hasn't been anybody really playing. Never the case for 2K, and most of that I think is attributed to all the casuals that we have in the game. But that doesn't actually define, and the casuals don't define the competitive ceiling of NBA 2K. You know, I think the comp players in the game, they define the skill gap more or less. You know, comp players, I think, create the strategy, the meta, the evolution of the game. They push the limits of gameplay mechanics, and without comp players, in my opinion, it's like the game does become watered down, because casuals for the most part don't even attempt to bring anything new to the table. They don't attempt to to find broken things in the game, looking for how to, you know, methods to do things faster or better. Like, we just playing. Casuals are the ones looking for the answers. So if this game was just stuck all on casuals, it would definitely be very boring. It wouldn't evolve. Comp players definitely play a major role in that. This game definitely becomes watered down without comp players. And next, with this debate, I don't know what y'all think, but, you know, I think the game, at least 2K26, I haven't played online for a lot of the other 2Ks, but I think this game feels different based on who it's built for. Like, casual players like me, more focused casual players, it's like it's easier, more forgiving. Comp focus play, they focus as well, but like I said, it's the skill gap, the realism. That's what make the game feels different. You know when you playing the casual player, and you know when you getting your ass bust by somebody that's about that competition, that knows this game in and out. You know, I do think overall 2K has a struggling problem when it comes to balancing casuals and comp players in some of these courts and in some of these games that we playing. I really don't know what they could do about that part. But, you know, you can be casual and still have respect for comp players. You got to. Because whether you like their attitude or not, and whether you like their play style or not, it's helping change the game. You don't have to grind like a comp player, but the game should be built around competition. It's basketball. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, competitive integrity matters in all sports, whether we talking real life or in video games. That's just my opinion. So I think you can be a casual and still respect comp, no doubt. The essence of basketball, like I said, of hooping is competition. Anything less, like Charles Barkley said, is uncivilized. Basketball is about domination. Basketball is about execution. You know, removing that from any competitive sport definitely kills the authenticity, and it destroys the opposition mindset. You want to seek and destroy. You don't want to be teaming up with everybody you play. It's a lot of trash talkers. It's a lot of people that think that they are him, and you want to stand face to face with these guys. You know, you want to make people stand on business. So I think that the essence of basketball is competition. That's why comp players are very instrumental in the game. It keeps everything going forward. I think 2K's real goal as far as the developers is builds over feelings, if I'm saying that right. I feel like it's builds over feelings. I feel like the developers of 2K, with all these added features and things that you got to pay out of pocket for VC and all this other stuff to try to help, build up your player. Developers are definitely prioritizing builds, animation, and monetization, not necessarily player satisfaction. Like, you have to find your own, I guess, love language in 2K26. Every court, every game mode, everything is not going to be for you. And I don't think 2K is catering to your feelings of that. They about they bucks more now than never. And it ain't just NBA 2K. It's a whole bunch of these new games coming out that's really about to start digging in our pockets for a lot of little cosmetics and a lot of other bull stuff. But whether you a comp player or a casual player, now than never, you cannot you can't expect a video game to give you pure satisfaction anymore. Excuse me. You can't expect a video game to give you pure satisfaction anymore. You're not a kid. This is not about opening up a video game and just being so excited to have it and brag to your friends and all that. No, we grown, we competitive, but I don't think that developers are focused on that. That's not where the money lies. Make the build better, not make us feel better. I think that's the mantra of how the 2K developers are going into this game and how challenging, they making it. I'm a casual. Like I said, personally, I'm not sitting here acting like I'm a comp player, nowhere near it. And I honestly don't aspire to be, but I still feel like I understand that the game should be built around competition, because that's what it gives. That's what the meaning of basketball is. It's about competition. Basketball at its core. You know what I'm saying? It's about dominating your opponent, executing consistently, strategizing, those moments of being able to communicate, come together, comeback games, and, big wins, buzzer beaters, talking somebody out their game mentally, even in a video game. Like, it's a lot of moving parts that make the essence of 2K and the game of basketball special. So when you start removing that edge, to me, and start making everything feel easy, you ain't improving the game at all. You just softening it up, and it ain't getting no cheaper. So I think we just need to lock in and identify what type of player we are, but respect both sides. Comp players can't act like they the best thing to happen to 2K, because they truly are not the one. They really push the engine. They put their foot on the gas, but comp players do not completely define the reason 2K is out and living. They play a big role in it, but like I said, casuals do too. I think casuals take up most of the, the fan base and the game base of NBA 2K. But you got to have respect for the competition, because again, this is basketball, and these are the ones who really tapping in a lot. Like I said, casuals myself, I don't be pressed about tips and secrets and all that, especially as a content creator. It takes a lot of time and effort. So that's how I feel about that, man. Y'all let me know. 2K7, let me know whether it's casual players or comp players. Who's the most important? Who matters more to you in NBA 2K26?